Hello there everybody, it's and welcome back to Tokyo Babel. Now then, I guess we should probably go secure our love life. So the answer should be obviously yes. I considered her question ridiculous. It was impossible for someone like myself to harbor those kinds of emotions. Really? Then why did her death affect me so? And why was I unable to give up? I was setting out to hell on the off chance I could bring her back. Was it because she saved me in the past? That couldn't have been the sole reason. In that case, I would have prioritized her original orders and went on with the pilgrimage. I wish to see her again. Not the original or another copy. I wish to see the one and only Lilith I knew. I couldn't help wanting to meet the girl with whom I exchanged that promise on the roof again.
空に、僕はリリスに会いたいと思う。生きていてほしいと願っている。そのためなら命を懸けても構わない。
すごいね。
それはやはり好きなんだと考えていいんだろうか。
Yeah, probably.
それが好きじゃなかったらなんだって話だよ。
Sormi smiled. I couldn't help but add an excuse.
そういう視点で誰かを見たことがなかったんだ。
It was strictly forbidden for myself, as a god, to harbor special feelings towards individuals. It was one of the cardinal rules I had to follow to become a legitimate deity.
神の愛は平等ですか。でも、刹那は神様じゃなくて人間だよね。
そうだ。そうだな。人間だ。
Sormi gave me an encouraging smile and a vigorous nod.
人間だよ。だから恋をしたっていいんだよ。
Indeed. I felt as if the weight on my heart had eased up.
そうか。僕。
Oh, shit. My cheeks twitched. It took me finally voicing these words to realize how embarrassing they were. Sormi considered my face silently for a few seconds, and then opened her own mouth.
私は刹那が好き。
What?
え
Sormi chuckled at my awestruck face.
おお、なるほど。口に出すのはやっぱり恥ずかしいもんだね。あ、別に気にしなくていいよ。ただ単に明日でしばらくさよならだって考えたら今のうちに伝えておいた方がいいかなって。
Oh. Well. Huh. Sormi looked away from me and began playing with her hair.
やっぱり結構恥ずかしいね、これ。初めての告白だったのかも。記憶喪失なので定かではありませんが。付き合おうとかそういうんじゃなくて、なんかこう自分の中で折り合いをつけたかったというか。ごめん、自己満足に付き合わせた気がする。
She proceeded to get depressed at a swiftly accelerating speed.
いや、嬉しいよ。ありがとう。
She let out a sigh of relief.
だけど、すまない。一つ聞いていいか。一体僕のどこに好意に値する要素があったんだ。
難問だな。刹那はさ、優しいでしょ。
優しいか。
Yeah, that word has, that word's been tainted lately. I cocked my head.
それから顔は、美形っぽい。
That was hardly in my accomplishment. My face designer must have been quite adept.
そういう作りらしいからな。
でもね、そういうのはあまり問題じゃないかな。仮に刹那がオークとかトロールみたいな顔でも私は好きになってたと思う。
That was certainly a pretty depressing comparison.
なぜ
Sormi proudly stuck her chest out.
それは私が知りたいよ。ただ私は刹那と一緒にいたかった。寄り添いたかったってだけ。これ恋で合ってるよね。
Maybe?
僕に聞かないでくれ。まだあまり分かってないんだから。
それでね、 これが好きになった一番の理由だって思うんだけど、私を助けてくれたから命を懸けて。
But that was just...
当たり前だと思う。
当たり前じゃないよ。命を懸けるっていうのはすごいことなんだから。
僕は
My motivation was nowhere near as admirable as she made it sound. I didn't care much for my own life. That was all.
セツナがあの時どう考えていたかも当然知ってる。でもね、セツナは今でも私を助けてくれるでしょ。
ああ、何があろうが可能な限り君を助ける。
I didn't need a second to consider. That was the sole right choice, not a single doubt about it. I would not hesitate to sacrifice my life if it only meant saving hers.
それは使い潰されたいからじゃないよね。
そうだな。僕は君を助けたいから助ける。ただそれだけだ。
だから好き。好きだよ。現在進行形で当分の間は過去形にならないくらい大好きだから。
Huh. Stormy let out a breath and an embarrassed smile appeared on her face.
ああ、もう宿直室ですぐそばにラジエルが寝ていて、おまけにジャージ姿で告白するってひどいな。
Imagine if she just woke up and suddenly confessed yeah.
嬉しいよ。本当に嬉しい。
でもリリスが好きなんだよね。
ああ、それだけは譲れない。好きだから探して。
この話は恥ずかしいし照れくさいし、いろいろともじもじするのでおしまい。じゃあおやすみ。
Okay. Stormy stood up and after returning the coffee cups to the kitchen, jumped and disappeared into her
空
futon.
見、コーヒーありがとう。
She didn't respond. I felt like I shouldn't linger in this room for a moment longer, and so I left.
それ
Oh no.
何さ、コーヒー飲んだら歯を磨かないといけない。
Oh, damn it!
明日でもいいもん。
Damn it!
ついでに顔も洗ってくるといい。涙は水で洗い流しなさい。私もついていってあげるから。よく頑張った。私はハニエルじゃないから祝福してあげることはできないけど。いいよ、祝福とか。振られたんだし。祝福するよ。空見は尊敬できるくらいにすごい人間。
Fuck. I knew this was going to happen. I knew it was, but Jesus, it still fucking hurts.
ラジエル、ありがとう。ちょっと顔洗ってくる。歯磨きもね。分かってるよ。分かってたんだ。
Ah, that was fucking depressing. And so came the morning of our promise. I spent about half an hour waiting until I heard a shuffling sound from the fence. I turned around to see Samael sitting on the top, her eyes fixed on me. She waved in greeting.
おはよう。絶好の地獄日和ですよ、お兄さん。
Oh, totally. Perfect. Fantastic.
おはよう。地獄日和ってなんだ？
死にたくなるくらいにいい日和だってこと。さてと。
Samael jumped down from the fence with a light step and, closing in, peered deep into my eyes.
それでどうするの、お兄さん。
Yup. Did I want to go to hell today or not? My answer had been set in stone since yesterday.
別れは済ませておいて。行こう、サマエル。
行くの？
昨日誘いをかけられた時点で行くことは決めていたよ。
そっか。心配して損した。
それからもう一匹連れて行きたいんだが。
I picked up the puppy shivering at my feet and thrust it out to her.
サマエルお姉さん久しぶり。元気だった？はあ、ケルちゃんケルちゃんケルちゃん、水頭のケルちゃん。
Oh my lord.
あーもうかわいいよ。チューさせれ、チューチューチュー。
Jesus Christ. Samuel jumped at Cerberus like a wealthy old lady who had lost everything dear in her life short of animal love. Oh my god, that is oddly specific.
だからサマエルは嫌なんだ。セクハラ。
Huh?
ペロペロすんだ。
Ew.
連れてくの？この子連れて行っていい
Oh, good lord.
ああ、君がいいなら3人で行こうと思うのだが。
の？やっぱり僕たち嫌だ。
Nope, sorry. Can't, no takesy backsies.
ペロペロしないと約束してくれたら一緒に行く。
Why is she licking you?
ひとまず傷ついた心を癒すため骨っこください。
I stuck my hand into my jacket pocket that had been connected to the pocket dimension and pulled out a bone for
どう
Cerberus.
ぞ。
いただきまーす。
Cerberus jumped at the bone in joy.
じゃあ一緒に地獄へ GO だよケルちゃん。刹那から聞いてはいるんだけど本当に行くつもり？
Yup.
戻ってこれるのかな？
Oh, certainly.
僕泳げないよ。
Oh, shit.
大丈夫大丈夫。私が抱きしめてあげるからさ。
Not necessarily a good thing.
不安だにゃ。
What the? You're a dog. You shouldn't be meowing. Okay, you know what? Fuck it. Tokyo Babel. Dogs meow and cats bark. I couldn't help his feelings, but I wish he'd at least not use exclamations that ruined his image as a guard dog of hell.
ではサマエル、地獄へはどうやって行く？
いろいろと手段はあるけどここはまっとうに行こう。銀座の外壁からリバーヤさんに案内してもらって地獄の門まで行ってそこから侵入するのが妥当かな。それで地獄の門を僕たちが開ければいいんだね。
That would be the plan.
頑張るよ。今だしね。
Samuel's lips curled into a cheerful smile and she pulled me by the hand.
じゃあ行こう。地獄へ地獄へまっしぐらに進撃だ。
Ugh. Samuel jumped over the fence with unprecedented energy.
変わらず姉ちゃんはテンション高いな。
I don't know. Coffee?
そうかな。いつもはもうちょっとダウナーだよ。刹那のせい？
僕のせいか。
Well, I didn't know what made her hyper exactly, but I imagined it had likely been a long time since she had company on a journey. In any case, it was best I was on my way before I lost sight of her. With no time to feel forlorn about leaving Pandora behind, we promptly found ourselves outside of the giant purgatory.
うわー、壮大だ。壮大ってのは何もないってことなの？
Probably. Well, I didn't know. In any case, few humans, being but 2-meter-high ants that crawl on the earth, wouldn't feel overwhelmed when suddenly exposed to the boundless skies and sea.
ま、いいか。おーい、リヴァイアさん。私、サマエル。
Hey, Leviathan! A whirlpool manifested on the surface of the sea with Samuel's words.
うわー、リヴァイアさんだ。リヴァイアさん？言いにくいよね。
おお、ケルケルではないか。久しいの。で、サマエル、主どうしたじゃ。天道刹那まで連れてきてから。
We want to go to hell. Can you take us to hell?
リヴァイアさん、私たち地獄に戻ろうと思うんだけど、門まで案内してくんない？
Oh, thank you for... Okay, Samuel, thank you.
正気か。
A cold voice descended on us from above.
正気正気、全然正気。狂気に陥っていたのは前のサマエルまで。言うなれば新サマエル？
Neo Samael.
不安じゃ。刹 主うまく口車に乗せられてないか。
乗せられているとは思うが、乗ったのは僕の意思だ。そのことを考慮に入れたとしても、僕はやはり彼女と行動を共にする。
ケルベロス、
ついてくだけ。面白そうだし、基本魔中である僕たちは守護悪魔にもなれないから暇で仕方ないのだ。
I wonder if we're gonna be able to see your true form, Cerberus.
しかし天道節祭よ、お主は何のために地獄へ向かうのだ。
We gonna save our special Lilith.
リリス。
リリスがどうかしたか。
僕の知っているリリスが死んだ。だが、その死にはいくつかの謎が残っていて、僕はそれを解きたいと思う。
巡礼は諦めるのか。
Kind of.
リリスがいれば巡礼しようという気にもなったが、今は彼女の謎を解く方が僕の目標だ。案内を頼めるか、リヴァイアさん。
案内はできないでもないが、しかし門は閉鎖されている。それでも行くのか。
僕たちが開けるの。多分ちょっとくらいならなんとかなるかなって。本当に地獄が水没してないという前提だけど。
そういうことならば乗れ。ただし泳ぐことになるぞ。
Thanks, bro.
僕たち泳げないぞ。刹那、助けろ。
心配しなくとも抱えて持っていく。
刹那。実は私も泳げないんだけど、よければ私もケルちゃんと一緒にしてくれると嬉しいかな。
Samuel.
抱えろと。
Samuel's smile suddenly gave way to a grave look.
ダメ？
It'd be kind of awkward, holding a demon dog and a friggin' demon lolly.
別に構わない。
Oh, shit, he's actually gonna do it.
いやお主泳げるじゃろ、蛇だし。
Oh, God.
すいません、サマエルは泳げませんでした。
She gave up real quick.
そういうわけでよろしく。
What's what? Anyway, it seemed I ended up having to swim with Cerberus in my hands and Samuel on my back. Hardly the most comfortable of ways to go deep diving.
別がそのうち結婚詐欺とかに引っかかると思うぞ。
気をつけよう。
Thanking Leviathan for his useful advice, we proceeded towards his back.
しばらくは風景でも楽しんでいればよろしい。
Bye, Tokyo Babel! The giant purgatory of Tokyo Babel began to grow smaller in the horizon at an incredible speed. Before we knew it, it turned to the size of a fist, then a beam, then a point, finally completely disappearing into the distance. Oh shit, it's actually gone. I was oddly touched by the display. An odd sense of melancholy filled my breast as I continued to gaze in the direction where Tokyo Babel had vanished from sight.
あっという間に消えたね。東京バベル、さようなら。帰ってくるからね。帰らないで私と一緒に地獄でのんびり暮らそうよ。骨骨っこあげるから。
I wonder how hell looks compared to heaven, quote unquote. Samuel still had Cerberus in her embrace. I could still remember how she nonchalantly killed her pet basilisk, so I couldn't help but feel worried about our dog's safety a bit.
抱きつぶされそうだから嫌。ペットみたく扱うんじゃないぞ。
Yeesh.
そうだそうだ。
Though now that I thought about it, Cerberus, the guard dog of the gates of hell, must be on a completely different level compared to a monster like the basilisk.
わがままだな。どっちがだ。
Heh. Letting out a few barks, the three heads of Cerberus proceeded to playfully chomp at Samuel's hands.
かわいい、かわいすぎるわ。まさに世界に愛されるために生まれてきたようなおちびちゃんね。封鎖形態解放。
What? Wait, are we actually gonna see it?
サマエル、貴様これでも我を可愛いと言えるか？
You're fucking adorable! Holy shit, you look badass!
言えるよ。だってワンコだもの。
Only the cutest of demon doggies! Samuel beamed.
聞いてないな。
Even in this form, Cerberus could not get Samuel to treat him with dignity. That's what you get when... That's what you got dealing with a snake.
しかし、我をワンコ呼ばわりはやめてくれ。今までリリスとソラミ殿くらいしか呼ばなかったぞ。
God, you look fucking badass! You let those two call you that?
今の私に恐れるようなものは何もないもん。悪魔だっていつか死に果て枯れ果て塵になる。だったら面白おかしく生きるに限るさ。
それは
Reading ahead of what I was about to say, she shook her head to silence me.
これこそが今の私のレゾンデートル。何事も面白おかしく望みのままに生きる。自分らしさなんて一切考えない。
Huh.
悪魔らしいからって血を求めない。堕天使だからって天使に殺意を抱いたりしない。私は私、ありのままでもって生きるの。
Well, good for you. Growing a little bit embarrassed, she scratched her cheek.
いやまあ、所詮はレッサーのザレ言といえばザレ言だけどね。結局そういう存在だからそう割り切れるようになったっていうか。
Cool. Samuel was neither a demon nor a fallen angel. I doubt anyone could imagine the shock she suffered finding out the truth about herself. Nonetheless, she made peace with the truth and promptly found a new raison d'être.
立派だと思う。僕は君を尊敬する。
尊敬？ちょっとばかり不満があるのですけど。
というと、
もっとこう情熱的な方がいいというか。
No, thank you.
ほらほら、情熱的に褒めてみてよ。パッションパッション。
また無茶ぶりをしようってからに。
Passionate, huh? In other words, I had to change my declaration of respect into one of passionate affection?
お兄さん、わからないの？
This is the Lilith route, not the Samuel route. This was bad. Tears were welling in her eyes. The mood took a turn for the depressing. Cerberus gave me an exasperated look. I had no choice but to come up with something passionate now, though I doubted any good would come out of my hard work anyway. I took a few seconds to consider. I see.
よし。君は僕にとってのアイドルだ。
Oh shit!
アイドル？
そう、アイドルだ。君が CD を出すなら買おう。サインを求め、ライブではサイリウムを振りまくり、握手したら手を洗わない。
That's not passionate. That's insanely creepy.
あと、グッズの発表を切る。鉢巻きもつける。結婚したら泣く。そんな感じでどうだろうか。
That's fanboy stalker level creepy.
確かに情熱は感じられたけど、なんか方向性が絶望的に間違ってる気がするな、お兄さん。
Samuel gave me an exasperated glare. It seemed my answer wasn't much to her liking.
バカ。
I know. Her mood taking a turn for the sulky, she looked away from me with a humph.
刹那、ダメだな。
No shit.
乙女心を返さない輩は夜道へ行くが決まりだぞ。
Wait, what?
古来より女の情念を見誤った英雄は大抵悲惨な末路を迎えているからな。
Shit.
気をつける。
I gave a deep bow, repenting for my ineptitude. After a few minutes in silence, Samuel's mood seemed to improve and, drawing closer, she wrapped her arms around my neck.
まあ、お兄さんの努力は認めてあげる。
ありがたい。
おーい、無駄話はそこまでだ。到着だぞ。
Really? Leviathan suddenly stopped in the middle of nowhere.
この下？
下、分かっていると思うが、普 通に潜ると水圧で死ぬからな。きちんと対策しておけよ。
Nodding, we used dimensional magic to surround us with an anti-pressure shield.
準備オッケー。
Oh, and Cerberus is back.
頑張るぞ。出発進行。私も。
Oh my god! Before we knew it, Samuel changed her clothes into a I did not. Please put something on. Please put your clothes back on. For a moment, I wondered if I should comment on her choice of clothes. In the end, I decided not to. Please put some clothes on. Please, I'm begging you. Hey, fuck!
どう？
She caught my head in her hands as I tried to look away, a beaming smile on her
こ
face.
っちを見ないと頭ねじ。
Please break my neck!
了
えへへ。
似合うとは思うが
No!
わざわざ着替える必要があったのかどうかという事実が僕の頭を離れない。
I don't like this. This is Samuel made a sour face as if taking a bite of a lemon. Please put some fucking clothes on.
海は海でも深海深く静かにせん。むしろ必要なのはいいの。こういうの初めてだし、ちょっとくらい。
可愛いと
I'm moderately creeped out, honestly.
女性ですから。
No, you're not.
どうせ一度は殺し合ったんだもん。お兄さんには可愛くないでしょうね。
I don't care how fucking old you are. This is beyond insanely creepy. She proceeded to sulk again.
君が可愛いのは当たり前だろ。そんなことを今更言うまでもないと考えていたのだが。
Put some fucking clothes on.
いや、その
No.
あれ
I nodded. Unfortunately, she didn't seem to show much joy at the remark. She flushed away with a dazed look on her face. Please put some clothes on.
サマエル純情。
Please put some clothes on.
切な作詞。
Who the fuck is Don Juan?
騙されてる。きっと騙されてる。うるさい、うるさい。
Sam proceeded to strangle Cerberus.
ギブアップ。照れなくてもいいのに。
早いとこダイブしてくれませんかの。
As soon as Samuel puts something on,
すまない。
please. I rescued Cerberus from Samuel's hands. Samuel hesitated for a few seconds and
恐縮です。よろしくお願いします。
so she climbed on my back with an embarrassed smile. We finally made some progress up Leviathan's neck and from there all the way to his head. A voice reached me from below. Leviathan had said something to me, apparently.
天道刹那、心して聞くがよい。
Okay.
お前は今、初めて己の意志で人生を選択した。巡礼に向かうこともできたはずだ。あるいは、どこにも行かない道もあったはずだ。だが、お前は今ここにいる。お前は選択した。逃避ではなく、欲望からでもなく、ただただ、純然たる望みに従った。わしは確信する。お前の選んだ道は、間違いなくより過酷なものだ。傷つくだけでなく、死を迎えるだけでなく、より残酷なものを直視するだろ
だから覚悟を決めろと。
う。いいな。覚悟を決めるのは誤りだ。必然。それは死を受け入れることになる。覚悟など決めるな。お前は徹底的に生きあがけ。
忠告感謝する。
I shall keep it engraved in my mind. It would likely prove to be advice of utmost importance.
では、行け。
準備オッケー。いつでもいいよ。わっはーい。さあ、ダイブダイブダイブ。
Please put some fucking clothes on. I took a step off the edge. In accordance with the laws of gravity, I then proceeded to descend rapidly. Or rather, I fell. Maybe plunged would be a better word. A terrifying roar of rushing wind surrounded me, making me wish I could cover my ears. It didn't take longer than 5 seconds before I knew the fall was almost over.
これが噂に聞くジェットコースター。気持ちいい。
Changing my posture midair, I plunged into the sea head first. The world of white suddenly gave way to the world of aquamarine.
お兄さん聞こえる？
A telepathic message reached me from Samael. It seemed to work all right underwater.
ああ、聞こえるよ。このまままっすぐでいいんだな。
オッケー。
I thought that would be the case, but there was not a single animal in the sea. I looked all around but could spot nothing worthy of attention. I ended up feeling very small, overwhelmed by the vastness of the sea.
つまらない。退屈だ。早く進もうよ。
Cerberus only found it boring, it seemed. My worry somewhat dispelled by his carefree voice, I proceeded deeper. Soon enough, we reached depths that sunlight could no longer penetrate.
私は大丈夫だけど、お兄さんは光があった方がいいかな。
Sure, go right ahead.
すまないが、頼む。
Whoa. Samael snapped her fingers, and a fiery snake manifested out of thin water, illuminating the area around us somewhat. Swimming ahead, the snake proceeded to lead the way. A flame moving inside the water had this mystifying kind of beauty about it. We slowly followed it in silence. Thanks to the magic shield, I didn't have to worry about the water pressure crushing me. Eventually, the last remnants of outside light melted away, the fiery snake turning into a sole beacon in the vast scenery. Otherworldly, absolute darkness. I felt as if it would crush me if I let the fiery snake out of my eyes.
よそにしちゃダメだよ、お兄さん。
I refocused on the serpent in front of me.
すまない。
人間らしいね、お兄さんは。
She let out a cheerful laugh.
もうそろそろかな。
I tried making out something in the darkness ahead of us to no avail. She probably based her guess on the time we spent diving. The fiery snake suddenly halted, and then proceeded to dance around in circles. As I caught up to it, I finally managed to make out the rigid bottom of the ocean. So this is the door to hell? It seemed we'd finally reached the gates of our destination. They were as grand as I had imagined, looming at the bottom of the sea like some ancient monument to the gods. Due to their sheer size, I couldn't make out the inscriptions they were laden with at the top.
うわー、久しぶりだ。何も変わってないな。水没してるけど。
Cerberus proceeded to wriggle in my arms, celebrating his homecoming.
それで、ケルベロス、どうや。
ちょっと待って。
Holy shit! Quickest transformation ever. Cerberus leapt out of my arms, and spinning around once in the water, returned to his true form.
さて、この状態で起動するかどうか。亜空間で分離している以上、水圧と門は無関係のはずだが。
Cerberus took a deep breath and let out a piercing roar, to which the gates began to slowly open in
急げ！
response.
水が入り込まないよう、すぐに閉めるぞ。
Before I could react to his words, a tremendous current caught and pulled me to the gates. I felt as if I was trapped inside a giant washing machine, spinning around in the vortex of water. We were forcibly drawn towards the newly opened gap in the gates. Samael let out a scream, her arms slipping from my neck.
バカ、離すな。
わかったよ。
The next moment, I felt an incredible pressure squeeze around my neck. Before I had the time to advise that she put too much strength in her embrace, I lost consciousness. Oh, shit, she killed me. Bad end.
来ちゃったんだ。
Lilith stood before my eyes. A mirage, dream, or reality? She felt like any and none of those at the same time. But if I had to make a hypothesis, I would guess that our minds had been connected, and this was somewhat akin to a telepathic conversation we were having. And this Lilith was without the doubt the Lilith I knew.
来た。悪かったか。
She made a stern face.
悪いわよ。まったく悪いわ。いいことせつな。あなたは私が生きていると信じてここまでたどり着いたのね。
そうだが。
そこまではいいのよ、そこまでは。でもそう理解できたのなら、どうして私が自分の死を偽装したか、その理由まで考えてほしかったわね。
Probably because you knew that the original Lilith was out to kill you?
手がかりが少なかった。理由もなく、そういうことをするような君ではないと思っていた。
Lilith cocked her head with a thoughtful expression.
刹那、あなたにクエストを与えるわ。クリアしたら教えてあげる。
It fit perfectly with the image of Lilith, who was quite a gamer in her free time.
クエスト内容は簡単。このもう一つの東京バベルのどこかに病院への道がある。それを探しなさい。
Leading to a hospital?
病院？
そこにあなたの疑問、私が何をしようとしているのか、その解がある。
それがクエストか。
Thought a little bit too easy, to which Lilith unveiled a mischievous grin.
はは、言っておくけど、死ぬ可能性ありまくりだか
Okay.
ありまくりか。
ら。だってそうじゃないとクエストにならないでしょ。もちろん、諦めて帰るなら、それに越したことはないわ。どうする？
帰らないよ。
頑固ね。
I wondered if that expression applied to this situation. If anything,
頑固じゃない。男。意地だ。
I thought that was what it really was. Lilith decided this on her own and left without telling me a thing. It was inconceivable I'd allowed her to have her way like that.
ああ、男の子の意地ってやつね。刹那にもそういうのがあるとは思わなかったわ。
違う。男の意地だ。
あなたなんて、私的には坊やみたいなものよ。
She gave me a bewitching smile. Yeah, right. If anything, we're the same age. But, well, being the more mentally mature of the two,
そういうことにしておこ
あれ、なんか上から目線だこの男。
う。いや何？坊やでいいさ。僕が坊やだと言うなら、君もお嬢様ということだからな。
いいわね。
Lilith flushed red for some reason. It seemed she was weak to words like lady.
次お嬢様って言ったら殴るわよ。念のため。
I'm definitely saying it again if I get another chance.
刹那、
She suddenly called out my name as she turned her back to me.
来てくれてありがとう。嬉しかった。
With that, she snapped her fingers, and with that snap, my consciousness fell into the darkness.
刹那ベロンベロンベロン
What the fuck? Rather than the cold of asphalt, I woke up to a warm, sticky sensation. It seemed Cerberus was licking my cheek.
起きた。ベタベタするから、その辺でやめてくれ。
I stood up.
ひどい。
Ouch!
僕のペロペロは至高の癒しなのに。
Not doubting you, just kind of weird. Ignoring the little dog, I looked around the area. I couldn't find Samael anywhere.
サマエルはいないよ。気づいたら僕たちだけがここにいたの。
Well, that's not good.
どうしようか。
Wait a minute, if this is hell, this looks eerily like... There was but only one course of action left for us here.
サマエルを探そう。話はそれからだ。
オッケー。それじゃあ二手に分かれよう。
A sensible decision. The words Lilith left me with suddenly popped into my
敵
mind.
対者が存在する可能性がある。念のため返信し、何かあればすぐに僕を呼べ。
心配性だな。大丈夫、問題ないよ。ここは地獄なんだから僕たちのエリアなのだ。
Cerberus let out a bark and proceeded to lope towards one of the streets. I was a bit worried, but I guessed his words made enough sense.
それにしても。
I looked around, finding a couple familiar buildings. Then I tried checking one of the signs on the street.
新宿か。
As expected, this place was modeled after Tokyo, just like the purgatory above. At least, I didn't think Shinjuku was a part of the original hell. For some reason, someone erected another Tokyo Babel inside the depths of hell. In any case, I should concentrate on finding Samael first. From the way she talked, I guessed it wasn't the first time she came to this place.
サマエル！
No answer. As long as she's got her clothes on, I think I'll be fine. I flew into the sky and scoured the area for her. Anxiety welled up in my chest. If Lilith's words were to be trusted, then I should expect to run into hostiles in this place. Though, I guess one could argue that the whole conversation I had with her was a dream birthed by an unconscious mind. Well, at least it helped me to come up with a concrete goal for my trip here, the hospital. Well, for now I should find Samuel first. I called out her name a couple of times from the sky, but received no answer. The area of Shinjuku didn't seem particularly wrecked. Most of its structures were still relatively intact. If she hid herself inside one of the buildings, I'd never find her.
見つけた。
I finally spotted her. It seemed she was hiding in the shadow of one of the buildings with only the top of her head peeking out of the rubble. I promptly touched down and called out to her.
サマエル
Oh no! Samuel didn't seem particularly happy to see me. I couldn't blame her. After all, she took her dive with us in a swimsuit. It also wasn't too hard to imagine she'd want to return to her regular clothes once we returned to solid ground, so basically it seemed like I picked the worst possible time to approach her. God damn it, what the fuck? Ugh! Why didn't she answer my calls? She didn't want to catch my attention when changing. She probably planned to catch up with me once she's finished. Please put some fucking clothes on. In that sense, it was highly unfortunate I managed to catch a glimpse of her head peeking out of the corner. It was my responsibility and I had to figure out what a way to repent for it now. Silence, a very uncomfortable silence. The correct course of action right now would probably be explaining the situation and conveying my honest
す
feelings.
まない、サマエル。誤解しないでほしいのだが、僕は君の薄い胸に興味など一切ない。
Oh god, you done fucked up.
中身はともかくとして、君の外見に興味を持つということは、割と犯罪に近しいものがあるが、それでも、やはり君が周知に至った原因は僕にある。
And at that moment, Setsuna died.
だから、罪を償おう。
I had to bow until my nose touched the ground, do anything to atone for my transgression.
ひとまず後ろを向けバカ鬼
Thank you for getting that image away from me. A magic projectile flew my way, and full of killing intent to boot. I lost consciousness again. Lilith looked at me with eyes full of blame for having ruined the emotional farewell we had. I'm sorry, I'll be on my way post-haste.
すまなかった。
お兄さんの変態そして鬼畜下道悪鬼羅刹悪魔
人間だ。
興味がないって興味がないってひどい
Nothing against you, Samuel, but I don't want to be arrested! Samuel's voice trailed off. I spent the last couple of minutes reflecting on my inability to ad-lib good excuses. In fact, far from not interested, I've actually been infatuated by her feminine form so much I thought my heart would jump out of my chest from excitement. What?! I felt that voicing that, however, might land me in more trouble. Samuel herself might be pleased by the notion, but oh my god, Setsuna, what the fuck?! Yeah, keeping silent was the wiser choice in this case.
ひとまずお兄さんの所業は後で追求するとして私を探していたの
Yeah, kind of trying to figure out where the hell you went.
ああ、ここがサマエルの言っていたもう一つの東京バベルだな。
Samuel gave me a nod.
うんなんとなくだけどずっと記憶に残ってたの地獄にはこういう場所があるって
She added that the place must have been important to her for a reason she could no longer remember. We proceeded onwards, looking for Cerberus this time. I tried using a dog whistle every so often, but to no avail.
じゃんどこに行ったんだろう
そう離れたわけではないが。
We heard an explosion in the distance. Samuel and I glanced at each other and proceeded to fly into the air immediately. I pulled out the Bacati sword from my pocket dimension. Eventually, I spotted Cerberus breathing flame with a bark. That inferno possessed such potency that all matter it came in contact with turned to ash in an instant. The blast wave alone was strong enough to potentially cause me serious damage. Camiel? A red shadow flew through the sky. I couldn't blame her for being surprised. Cerberus fought an angel the two of us knew very well. Someone who couldn't possibly be here. The master of the Angels of Destruction. One of the leaders of Pandora.
構える
Camiel showed no reaction and would continue to vacantly stare at Cerberus. Wait a minute, where's his gun?
違う天道刹那子役は構えるなどではない
Then who is it? Figured as much. For starters, there was no way he could possibly be here. That's right. And if he even was, he had no reason to fight Cerberus. Also right. And if he had betrayed us for some inexplicable reason, it would make no sense for him to completely disregard me calling him out. He wore no expression, not a hint of anger or joy or killing intent on his countenance. And so the answer pertaining to his identity was but one. A fake. Cerberus leapt back with a growl.
交代だケルベロス。
すまん。気をつけろ天道たち。あれには殺気がない。
Yeah, I could tell, and I could guess why. Camiel turned his face and pointed his sword at me. I stole a quick glance to see if Cerberus and Samael were at a safe distance. It should be fine. We could start the battle, all right.
来い。
It was far from the first time I faced Camiel in battle. We've exchanged many a blow during training. The only question here was how much of a difference in strength there was between the real Camiel and this mock copy of him. I mean, I knew the Master Angel didn't go all out on me during practice. In any case, for starters,
叩き潰す。
The Baccati sword and the Executioner's sword clashed. Sparks blazed like fireworks from where our blades came into contact. Still, he was nowhere near as strong as I imagined. I considered his face and felt a shudder run up my spine. What on earth was that? Humans, angels, and demons. Everyone displayed life in their motions. Just by being alive, every living thing had an air of vivacity about them. The thing before me, however, didn't. He moved like a doll, hardly acknowledging my existence, staring at me like at a wall. I clicked my tongue and kicked Camiel in the stomach. He didn't flinch. In response, his fist crashed into my forehead. I fell back, crashing into the wall behind. The impact shattered the bricks, and the whole building crashed down on me. A strange, tense sound like that of a stretched bow reverberated in my ears. Camiel brandished his sword high above his head. I had a very bad feeling about that maneuver. I could smell incredible energy welling within the steel in his hand. As approached a battle that never gave his opponent a chance to rest, Executioner's steel at close quarters, magic and guns when at a distance. If someone brandished a shield, he'd crush it. If someone brandished a sword, he'd crush it. Painfully simplistic, and as such immune to petty tricks. Samuel lurched forward. The next moment, the ground shook and the air let out a wail. The Executioner's sword bearing the name of Death, Camiel's strongest weapon, an absolute tool punishing those beyond salvation by decapitation. Could it be that it had been copied somehow? Absolute death, before which all and everyone, mortals and divine beings alike, had been equal, descended on Samael. However...
空は腐る地は溶ける我が右手はセミラヌス祝福は呪いへと反転し光も闇も朽ち果てよ
Samael was, after all, a monster herself, a fallen angel. A terrible cloud of poisonous smoke engulfed the area as the black ooze that spurred out of Samuel's hand came into contact with Camiel's blade. Venom so potent it could melt light itself. My companion wasn't called a fallen angel of venom and death for nothing.
お兄さん
I'm on it already. Stopping my breath and assigning all of my nanomachines to protect my skin, I dashed through the poisonous ground to escape the noxious fumes. I somehow managed to find my way to safety, but my clothes seemed to have mostly melted away. What kind of insane venom was that? Camiel was already in the middle of his follow-up attack. Samuel had no way of evading that one. I doubted she had enough power to summon that super intense venom in quick succession. And so, this was my first and likely last chance. Ignoring the fear that permeated my body, I refused to slow down. I used Takamikazuchi to augment my strength and readied the Baccati sword. The thing had the reflexes of a sloth, probably because he lived like a dead man despite being forced to live. I had an idea how I could end him. It.
いでよ暴食
A giant beast leapt out of the tip of my sword and without a moment's hesitation swallowed Camiel whole.
まだだ
Using the boar's back like a trampoline, I leapt into the air. As expected, the beast's stomach soon burst apart, and Camiel emerged outside, mostly unscathed. Having lost sight of me, however, he began to look around in confusion.
こっちだ
His gaze darted upward straight at me, or rather my sword that impaled his face the very next moment.
怠惰の黄金
Oh! Molten gold invaded his body from inside, setting it on fire, and turning the fake frame of mock Camiel into a pyre. Yet through that whole ordeal, the thing let not a single cry out.
お兄さん大丈夫
無事か な天道刹那。
The two rushed to my side. I continued to observe the struggling Camiel, who still seemed hell-bent on fighting, despite having turned mostly to ash already.
弱いな。
まあね、一言も口を開かなかったのは言語機能が搭載されてないのかな。よいしょっと。
Samuel ripped Camiel's still mostly undamaged arm off from the fleshy bonfire.
お兄さん、断面を見てよ。
やりたいことはわかるのだが、もう少し丁寧にやってくれ。
He might have been a mock copy, but that body was still one of my friends.
感傷的だね、お兄さんは。んで、見てよ。
I considered the cross-section on the arm that she thrust out at me. Well, it didn't seem mechanical like I expected. It was pretty badly burnt, but I could still spot a semblance of skin, muscle, bone, and nerves. A perfectly normal human arm. Human.
そう。これ多分、人間の肉体を無理やり天使に生まれ変わらせたものだよ。
Kind of how, like, a demon's design was forced into a human body, basically you? Samuel poked the muscles and skin sticking out of the severed arm.
本来なら、天使にはこの間にもう一層、翼を生成する組織が存在するんだよ。
それがないから人間。
悪魔でもないね。悪魔の場合、魔力を効率よく運用するために筋肉の構造が最初から違うはずだから。ねえねえ、もうちょっと詳しく調べたいな。
Confirming that Camiel stopped moving for good, I summoned some water with my own magic and put the fire out. Its body had burned to a crisp, but I imagined the organs inside should have at least survived somewhat. The thing hardly looked anything like Camiel at this point, however.
あ、左腕は天使だ。右膝から下は悪魔っぽい。腹渡は。
Wait, are you tossing them at me? I imagined a bloody heart or something like that would come flying my way, so I panicked for a second, but what ended up landing in my hands instead was a piece of some sort of machinery.
お兄さんの方が詳しくない？
人工臓器。それも肝臓だな。最新も最新。多分僕がいた世界とほぼ同等の技術力だ。
So basically they're chimeras.
すごいの？
The liver was responsible for over 500 different metabolic processes within the human body. Finally managed to replicate it properly was one of the biggest achievements ever in the field of bioengineering, at least on my world. To manufacture something like that, you'd normally have to combine the perfect know-how of stem cells and extremely precise nano-engineering. This thing in my hands, however, seemed to be made exclusively of artificial parts. It was quite an amazing piece of technology.
すごいな。天使と悪魔、そして人間と機械。あらゆる部分がごちゃごちゃになっているのか。
Okay, Frankenstein's a more fitting term, I guess.
これでまともに動いていたからすごいね。いや、まともじゃなかったけどさ。
中身は分かった。サマエル、ケロベロス、誰が何の目的でこれを作ったんだと思う？
わかんない。僕たち犬っころだしね。
Cerberus returned to his small form before I knew it. Pondering complicated matters didn't seem to be in his nature. Samuel, on the other hand, kept staring at her right hand.
どうした？
She gave me a smile and shook her head.
なんでもあるけど、なんでもないよ、お兄さん。
何でもあるのか。
そうだね。もう私のことは分かっているんだし。お兄さん、このカマエルみたいな敵は私と同じ技術で作られたんだと思う。
She voiced something that must have weighed on her heavily with an almost nonchalant
と
tone.
なると、君を作ったのは誰かという話だが。
Samuel glanced up at the sky and took a deep breath.
私を作り出したのは、私を殺した地獄の太鼓アスタロト、そして始まりの少女イブの二人。
I could guess Astaroth, but I was flabbergasted at the revelation of the other person. Well, I remember vaguely Eve issuing a command to one of the Samiels, basically halting or basically killing a Samiel.
イブが？
少なくともイブは私を仲間として扱っていた。仲間っていうか手駒っていうか。
Yeah, pawn's more of a fitting word, the way she treated you.
ならばこの構えるも彼らの仕業ということか。
The girl shook her head, rejecting my idea.
違う気がする。だってここは東京バベルのオルタナティブ。不要な世界だもの。ここにカマエルを配置する意味なんてない。
Even if Astaroth and Eve were scheming something together, their plan would probably pertain to Tokyo Babel or heaven. Not hell. Everyone's sights were fixed upon heaven now, and most only had a vague hope that if the divine abode recuperated, then hell might follow in its wake. In other words, the one that would station a powerful tool like Cameo at hell during the present
アス
turmoil.
タロトやイブでもない。ましてパンドラにいる者たちでもない。言うなれば第三の勢力が存在する。そういう認識で合っているか。
Messenger and True Lilith, I guess.
うん。アスタロトたちの技術をその第三勢力が盗んだのかもしれない。あるいはその逆。
Samuel agreed with my idea. A third party. Could it be that Lilith actually came here in pursuit of them?
サマエル、病院を知らないか。
病院？やだよお兄さん。ダメ。病院なんて絶対にダメ。
いや、何がダメなのか。
私、産むわ。お兄さんとの愛の結晶、絶対に手放さない。
What?
サマエルすごい。子供が生まれるんだね。
Oh!
お祝いだ。
What? What?
てい。
I gave Samuel a flick on the forehead for starters.
悪趣味な冗談なのに。
Gave me a fucking heart attack. I was. What the fuck?
悪趣味と分かっていてやるのか、君は。
打天使ですから。で、病院なんてどうしたのさ。
Yeah, that joke was kind of in poor taste.
先ほど気を失っている時に。
I told her about the conversation I had with Lilith.
幻聴とか夢とかそういうものとは違うんだよね。
No, because I saw her a second time after you knocked me out.
感覚で分かる。あれは違った。
My conversation with Lilith without doubt occurred in reality. I couldn't imagine it being but a dream. It was too much like Lilith to pull off something like that.
ただ、病院は心当たりないな。リリスが病院とだけしか言ってないなら、きっと分かりやすい病院だと思うよ。
ああ、確かに。
If it were a small hospital that's hard to find, she would have told me its name. So if she didn't, it meant it was a place that should be easy to spot. At least that was what I would have expected from someone with a mischievous personality like her.
サマエル、ありがとう。おかげで思い至った。多分、あの病院だ。
It was most likely St. Luke's International Hospital, the biggest in all of Tokyo. She was probably expecting me to comment on the fact that she chose a saint's hospital despite being a demon herself. It coincided with her personality, at least.
ああ、なんかリリスっぽいね。
だろ？
なんか得意げだね。
She let out a cheerful laugh. Was it something to be proud of?
得意げ得意げ。リリスのこと分かってるんだね。
いや、分かってないさ。分かるためにここに来たんだ。
Samuel gave me a nod and pulled me by the hand.
行こう、お兄さん。きっとリリスが待ってるよ。
Probably. But that's gonna have to wait till the next episode. Wait. There we go. Almost saved over the choice there. Okay. This one's already having like a shit ton of choices already. So, we finally made it to hell, and it's pretty much looking like Shinjuku, and I had at least 2 fucking heart attacks. I don't want to get arrested, so I'm gonna go ahead and leave this here. So thank you guys so much for watching, and probably enjoying as I was having a fucking heart attack, and I will see you guys in the next video.